You had any question or not?
Question Okay, maybe I ask one question Swami.
So what is the question?
The question is I read one psychological consider like concept that why people do things they do. So basically it all boils down to we do things because something gives us pleasure, and we avoid things because something gives us pain. So it's like if like a murderer, sometimes we don't understand why a murderer want to murder someone, right? So it's because out of his like his perverted out of his perverted ideas, right? He felt that murdering someone gives him pleasure, so he does it. So what do you think of this concept?
What pleasure you get out of killing the ants?
I didn't have pleasure, but it's like because when they are crawling all over my table, it irritates me.
All over your table? Where is your table? Are you the owner of this earth? Your table?
The table in my house, Swami.
Where is your house? Is your house you have produced this earth or the sky?
No.
You have given anything to existence or God?
No.
All it bullshit. You have nothing here. It's all belongs to existence. You can go on dreaming that you are paid to who made this condominium?
The developer.
But what is the name of those developers?
Aspen.
Huh?
Aspen.
Existence has not even heard this Aspen. You're obsessed with your me and my and I, huh?
Yes.
My table, my house, my food, my shit, my food, huh?
Yes, Swami.
Why? Why all the time my?
I thought because I thought that it is like that, Swami.
It's like that means what?
That I thought that the table.
Like that means what?
That I thought the table is mine, Swami.
How? You have made that.
Because.
Is that tree yours? Is it of wood or what?
It's made of wood, yes.
So you have created that wood?
No.
You have not even made the table.
Yes.
So just paying some paper notes, you think you are the owner? It's all just. You have to think little more. You're thinking very little.
Yes.
If something was yours, you should remain here forever. You are the master. You are not going to be here for. You can next moment you cannot be here. You can do everything not to go. But if you have to go next moment, you cannot stop it. You may try anything.
Yes.
Then why you are so full of my table, I have bought it. It's all just sickness. You are caught in the game that these unconscious people have created. That you will study stupid books for few years, then you will get a job, then they will give you salary, then you will buy your house, your food, your table, your money, and in the morning you will produce lot of shit. Huh?
Yes, Swami.
If you want to be liberated from your self-created bondage, your self-created prison, don't be so serious about these things. Huh?
You mean serious about like my house, my table, all that?
It's all bullshit. Nothing is yours. Not even your body is yours. Otherwise, if it would have listened all the time, you should not need any medicine.
Yes, Swami, correct.
You should listen to your order whenever you say sleep, it will sleep. You need sleeping pills for many years now. So, what is yours? You may be living in this illusion. But what is yours when nothing happens according to you? You wanted to be the principal of your college, if possible. Then you wanted to be head of the department. You don't want to work, you just want to fart and give orders. Huh?
Swami, yes.
You don't want to check copies, you just want to sit on your couch potato and watch soap operas and other things. Cartoon Network. Huh? Pogo. Pogo.
What is Pogo?
Huh?
What is Pogo?
Maybe something, I don't know. Why should I know?
Oh, you invented it, Swami.
No, this is something, some Cartoon Network type of thing, I think.
Oh, okay.
I'm not a, I think for children, this is also for children. You should watch Pogo now.
Oh.
It will be better than what you are now. You've taken yourself very seriously, huh?
Yes.
And Osho says seriousness is the basic disease.
Yes.
Be a joke onto yourself.
Yes.
Because life is hilarious. Go on healing. In Hindi, hilna means moving or trembling, something like that. Not exactly trembling. If you go on holding to this kind of beliefs, that means you are not looking inside, you are just wasting your time in meditation. Have you found any eye inside whenever you go inside? Have you found any eye?
No.
Whenever that eye is sitting somewhere, then why you are saying my table? Who is this eye? When you met this eye, where you met it?
No.
When you went inside, where you found it?
Not found anywhere.
So what was your question?
My question was, I read that people, like why people do the things they do, like sometimes we don't understand people do the things. So this psychological concept says that people do things because it gives them pleasure, and they avoid things that gives them pain. So do you agree with this statement?
People who are of the lowest kind, lowest level of consciousness, they are always in the pursuit of pleasure. Anyone who is creating hindrance in that pleasure, anyone who creates an obstacle, then they will destroy that thing or that person. And if you become more and more unconscious, you will start deriving pleasure in destroying creatures, destroying human beings, destroying animals, killing animals. Then you become powerful also. You think you are almost like God. When you are able to harm someone, when you are able to kill someone, destroy someone, or hurt someone, you feel you are powerful. And that takes you in your dream on the position of being a god, something like that. So all these people are sick. It may differ in degrees, but most of the people are like that. When you are able to humiliate someone, your subordinate, your juniors, you get a pleasure. When you are able to make a big house, when your house is higher than your neighbor, when you are taller than your neighbor, when you look better than your colleague, then you get pleasure. But all these pleasures are because you are able to defeat someone. Either you want to defeat someone or you want to destroy someone. All these things gives you pleasure. And when you become very sick, then it knows no limit. Your destructiveness can go to any extent. I was listening to some psychologically sick kind of woman, girl. She was, when she was born, her parents were always fighting. They were not loving towards each other. Because I heard it long time back, so I don't remember much of it. But then she was born retarded, and she may have other problems, mental problems. Her face was also very not good looking. So when she was in school, her colleagues, other children used to make fun of her. So that is also, they are getting pleasure because this girl is suffering, this girl has some handicaps, this girl is lacking in something. So they are enjoying that, they are superior. This is also sick kind of pleasure. So maybe in the beginning she may not have done much, but once one boy made fun of her, if I remember rightly, then what she did was that she knew that this boy has a girlfriend. So in front of everyone, when she got time, then she uh, grabbed her hair, and by her hair she pulled her for long distance. So, so she got her pleasure by giving pain and teaching lesson to her boyfriend because he was making fun of her. Then this became her habit. Anyone who, like, once, maybe a woman who had a small baby, 4, 5 months, 6 month old, she was carrying her baby and looking at this girl. So maybe there was something in her look, or she just projected that she is making fun of her. So she took the baby, snatched the baby from her hand and threw the baby. Then this kind of thing she was doing all the time. Then she was sent to her. She was taken away from her school and sent to her grandparents' house. Then one day she did the same with her grandmother. She pulled her by her hair and beat her, something like that. Then her parents thought that it is not good to keep her there. Not the parent, her father had already, after her birth, he had left, so the mother was alone. That was one of the reasons why she became so poisonous. So then she would always, whenever she wanted, she had a phone directory and she will phone anyone, and then she will say that I am going and I am going to kill you. In the beginning, with those people will come to know everything, and then she will go on ringing every day. These people were just fed up, so they will block her number or complain to police, something like that. So she threatened one person many times, but the police knew that this girl is little mentally retarded kind. So then when this thing increased, then her mother once took her to the police station and said she felt like that this girl will create some problem. So she was getting more and more angry towards her mother. Once one of her relatives came and left their children at her place. So her mother ordered pizza for all of them, and she was taking care of the child. She was giving the child much attention, and this girl was not liking it. So she did something nonsensical, which I don't remember at present. Then actually, I think they wanted the child had enough of pizza, but both of them wanted more pizza. So she started talking with this pizza restaurant. So she went on talking for a very long time, and the man was getting irritated because he had to deal with other customers also. But then at that time her mother said that now I will have to put you in some mental rehabilitation center, something like that. And she didn't like that thing. She was afraid one day she will put her there. And I think her mother was talking with someone. On the phone about it, that now she is creating too much nuisance, so I will have to put her somewhere. So she threw that phone, took the phone and threw it away. That was a landline kind of phone. Then she started talking on mobile. Then she just killed her mother, and then she was so angry that she put, I think, with 7 knives she put on her, went on hitting her head with knives. All the knives went inside her head. She took out her eyeballs and pressed with her hand. It was broken in 2 parts. Then she cut her head with something and threw at her neighbor's place. And the neighbor, and then she went inside, she threw at the garden of the neighbor and place her mother's head. And then she said went inside and knocked at the door of her neighbor, and then she said herself that something has happened here, so you call the police. And then the neighbor saw that there is a head there full of blood. So if the person followed her to her home, and the person saw other parts of her body there, headless body, then she herself said, you call the police. So the police came, and she said that I have done all those things in defense. My mother was trying to kill me, so I had to do it. The police said that you have nowhere any scratch or anything, so you are lying. But she said to the police that you are you going to, I don't think you are going to arrest me because I did it. Because she was retarded, so she thought that they are not going to punish her. But this kind of thing happens when love is absent. When parents are not able to give love to their children, when they have no love, when out of sex the child is born, not out of love, out of lust the child is born, out of rape the child is born, and these kind of children are born. So if such children are born, it's not that only their parents are responsible, the whole society is responsible, because whole society is loveless. It is not based on love, it is all based on exploitation and on pleasure principle also it is based. that you have to extract pleasure from others. And if you are getting your pleasure, and then when you are seeking pleasure, then you treat other person as an object. So then you can go to any extent. When you are not taught in your schools and colleges how to become conscious, how to transform your inner darkness, your unconsciousness, into inner light, into being more conscious, more awake, more aware, then you have nothing else more than pleasure to seek. And that also, the pleasure becomes disgusting. The pleasure is not something which is graceful, which is not harming the other person. So if you are not going up, then you will go down. This is the law. So if you go on just seeking pleasure blindly, without being aware, then you will move down all the time. It's not that someday you will become fed up and you will start moving up. Now your journey to Netherlands, to lower levels of consciousness has begun. And where it will take you, no one knows. This girl, and there are hundreds of such stories. It's not that she was the only one who did such things. So this girl must have in her other life, in her impersonal journey of the consciousness, must have been like that. And her parents were also did whatever they did. It was all blind. So if you live a blind life, then you are bound to fall in ditches. You will create suffering for yourself and for others also. Anyone who comes in your contact. You will have a taste of your sickness.
Repeat your question.
I have read that people do things because it gives them pleasure and avoid things that gives them pain.
So, what is your question?
My question is, what is Swami's comment on this kind of concept?
It's very natural. Why should one invite pain? Pleasure is of the sense organs. You need sense organs to get pleasure. Sense organs are just momentary. They are not going to be here forever. And if you are obsessed with pleasure, then whatever gives you pleasure now, then if you get addicted to it, you will have to go on increasing its quantity. And the same pleasure, if you are addicted to it, will turn into pain. if pleasure comes in your life without you're not running after it, then it is all right. You can have some pleasure for a while. But in moderation, it is all right. But if you are addicted to it and you want too much pleasure all the time, then you will be violent to your system, and then you will become violent to others also. If you are ready to be violent to your body, then it will be very easy for you to be violent to others. If you are a masochist, then it will be easy for you to be a sadist also. So there is nothing wrong in pleasure, but it is not the highest thing for which you should strive. There are things beyond pleasure. And all these pleasures are repetitive. After some times, we're just going, it's like merry-go-round. You're not going anywhere. And it will become boring also. If you are intelligent, you will be fed up of pleasure. And human birth is not just for seeking pleasure. It is not some worthy goal. You have far more possibilities and potential. You can move far higher than pleasure. So what is the need to just get stuck there? When I'm saying things that pleasure is not the highest thing, I'm not condemning it. It's all right as far as it goes. If you are eating something delicious, you should enjoy it, but don't become mad for it. Don't go on running for it. Once you have taken it, just forget it, so that you are available for other things. Otherwise, if you just go on, you had a very good sex, and now you are just imagining, how can I have another time? The same thing. Same thing never happens. And something is enjoyable because you were not seeking it. When things happen suddenly, then it is more pleasurable. But when you try to create it again, then it won't be the same thing. It will never come again. It will never come back again.